Hey, what's going on, everybody? Still staying home safe, quarantine, call it whatever you like. But we're still here and we are still working, obviously 99% virtually in helping families. But what I want to discuss, and I've talked about it just briefly, and I want to go into a little bit more detail. Two things. One is I want to talk about the forbearance situations right now. Is that there's a lot of talk and a lot of hype about doing forbearances if you're on your homes as far as making your mortgage payment. So there's one thing that I want to make sure that you understand, that a forbearance is not forgiveness. A forbearance is not forgiveness. And before you do not make your monthly mortgage payment, you should contact and discuss what the forbearance agreements are with your current institution, whomever is holding your loan, because that's going to make a major difference on what you decide to do. Now, if you do not have the ability or the funds to pay your mortgage, then obviously you have to, you got to do what you got to do for your family. And hopefully you'll be able to go through some of the programs that are out here right now and get some of the government assisted monies available to help you go through it. The person I'm talking to right now is the person that more than likely, realistically, you can make your mortgage payment. But you now understand that technically you can go to a forbearance and not pay for 60, 90, however many days the current administrations are saying that you can do a forbearance. I'm talking to you because I want you to understand and make sure you check with what's coming out on the other side of that. So for the last 32 years in doing real estate, I have been in, seen, helped, and understand forbearance agreements as to how they look on the other side of the forbearance. So if you do not make your mortgage payment for, let's say, I don't know, let's say 90 days, the 90 days comes up. You still owe that money. Now here's the possible best case solution in most situations, is that your loan company, will take the amount that you've not paid and just put it on the back end of your loan. And then you just start making your monthly payments as you previously were doing. And that's, in most cases, the best case scenario that I have experienced. Now there's a strong possibility that your loan company will want one of two things done. They'll either A, want you to, at the end of that 90 days, come up with the money that you have not, that you did not pay them to have your loan technically be current. Or they may want to spread out the amount that you didn't pay, the 90 days, generally over a 12-month period, by raising your monthly payment. So let's say you were paying, I don't know, $2,000 a month, and you went 90 days without making your payment. So now you're $6,000, behind technically on your payment. Well, they'll take that $6,000, spread it out over 12 months, and add it to the $2,000 that you were paying already. So you got to ask yourself, can you afford that? Okay, you've got to ask yourself, can you afford that? Now, again, if you can't make the payments and all of that, that's it's a no-brainer. You got to do what you got to do for your family. But if you can, you should make your payments, because what if 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line, you decide you want to relocate, you decide you want to buy a larger home, you decide you want to downsize, whatever it is, you come up with a want or a need to sell your home. Well, previously, and unless they change this time, when you do a forbearance, the forbearance shows up on your credit report. And when it shows up on your credit report, the lenders, as far as lending you money, look at the forbearance very similar that they do a foreclosure. They look at it for whatever reason that you couldn't pay, and if you didn't pay for 12 months consecutive, and they count that against you. So keep that in mind when you make your decision about a forbearance. Let's say you're currently leasing or renting a property, And of course, now there's more moratorium as far as your landlord's not being able to evict, evictions, being held off, and you having relief to make your payment, which is again, if you're now unemployed, you're not getting for your family, you have to do that. But I want you to look on the other side, because let's suppose that realistically you can still make your rent. You can make your rent. Maybe you have the ability to get an online type of a job. You have to do something to help bring in some income to supplement, including unemployment, whatever. Just say you have some options where you can. It'll be tough, but you can make it. You should probably consider doing that as strongly as possible. Why? For the same reasons for the forbearance. Because you see, the landlords cannot evict, but that doesn't mean, my understanding, that they can still send you, a perform or quit notice, that they can still go through the process. You just can't be evicted yet. But at the end of when this is all lifted, the landlord at that particular point can press the gas and move forward rather quickly on an eviction, right? Let's suppose though at that point you got a little bit of a break, and then you just went ahead and made good on what you owe, and now you want to buy because you feel like you were able to save some money, be able to do some other things, and you're ready to purchase. Again, it's going to depend upon what's reported on your credit report. What's reported on your credit report is going to have a direct effect on whether you're able to buy in the near future. So again, these are just things for you guys to consider when you're making some decisions, because I know there's just a lot of hype that makes it sound like, oh, okay, I don't pay my rent and I'm good, or oh, I don't pay my mortgage and I'm good. No, that's not the case. So again, if you really need help, and I do encourage everyone to apply for all the things that are out there, because you don't know what you'll be eligible for. But if you do that, read what you're agreeing to, so you'll know what you're agreeing to in the future. If you got questions, and we can be a help of you, for you, with you, don't hesitate to reach out. We are here to assist, provide you some information, and do whatever we can to help you and your family. Take care, stay safe, stay home.